Last week, I posted a video talking about my favorite beach-themed levels throughout Mario games. This was to celebrate the end of summer and into the school season. That video solely focused on the mainline Super Mario games and nothing else. So, to finish off summer strong, I'm going to be telling you about more beach-themed levels that I love, but now it's focused on Mario Kart. I've made it pretty clear throughout my channel's life that I love Mario Kart, especially when it comes to the amazing tracks that each entry introduced, with some of them being themed around beaches. So today, we're going to be ranking the best ones. This list will be based on how fun and interesting the tracks are, as well as some of my personal preferences. But before we start, it turns out that 73% of you watching this aren't subscribed to the channel. So if you think this video is cool and see a big red subscribe button, make sure to click it so you can see more videos like this in the future. And with all that said, let's go! Number 10, Koopa Beach 2. It shouldn't be a surprise that Super Mario Kart tracks are at the bottom of the list. This is such a boring track because it's literally a circle you go around 5 times. Not to mention, it's a very small circle, so you'll beat the track in about a minute. That's barely an exaggeration. The only part about this course that I would consider to be a little bit interesting is the section where you have to avoid the hopping Cheep Cheeps and the large holes of water that you have to maneuver around. Other than that, this is an extremely forgettable track, which isn't saying much considering that almost every track from Super Mario Kart is forgettable. The track was brought back in Mario Kart Super Circuit and even Mario Kart DS, but even those tracks barely did anything to make this track any less underwhelming than it already was. Number 9, Koopa Beach 1. This is pretty much just Koopa Beach 2, but a little bit better. Only a little bit better, though. You're still going in a small circle 5 times, which again makes this a very short and underwhelming experience. The reason why I decided to put this track over Koopa Beach 2 is because the track design is a little more interesting and there's more stuff to look out for. The water is a bit more of a threat, there are still some Cheep Cheeps to worry about, and there's also some ramps to jump over to avoid getting slowed down by the water. Other than that, this is just another Super Mario Kart track that is so bare bones and does little to nothing to stand out on its own. The track was brought back in Mario Kart Super Circuit like the other Super Mario Kart tracks, but like Koopa Beach 2, nothing was done to make the track more exciting. Number 8, Shy Guy Beach. As the very first beach-themed track you'll see in Mario Kart Super Circuit, this track isn't half bad. You still go in a big circle 3 times, but the design of the track is a lot more interesting, and it even has a few shortcuts. There's also some obstacles thrown into the mix like crabs, palm trees, large patches of grass, and the Shy Guys in the background actually shoot cannonballs at you. The music for this track is pretty good, and has this vacation-like catchy feel to it. When you really look at this track, it's basically just the Koopa Beach tracks, but enhanced to be a better track, but that's not necessarily a bad thing, but just kind of underwhelming. This track did make a comeback in Mario Kart Wii, which was cool, but even that version of that track didn't really do much to spice up the original. Number 7, Koopa Troopa Beach. This was a track from Mario Kart 64, so it shouldn't be a surprise that it came in the first half of the list. It's not a bad track by any means. This course has a decent track design with a lot of wide and sharp turns to take into account, as well as some ramps and even a cool little shortcut you can take if you have a mushroom. There's also a decent amount of obstacles like some crabs, palm trees, and the water can slow you down if you don't have a mushroom. The music for this track is also pretty good too. It has a very peaceful feel to it. However, my main issue with this track is that it's so basic, even for N64 standards. I wish this game could have done more than just a flat beach track, but I still think it's fine, and it even got a little better when it was brought back in Mario Kart 7, which added a gliding section and underwater physics. Number 6. Peach Beach. As I've said before, Mario Kart Double Dash was an underrated game in my opinion, and while Peach Beach may not have been a big highlight from that game, it's still a pretty good track. The design of the track, while pretty short, is really cool, with a large beach and even a nod to Delfino Plaza from Super Mario Sunshine. Speaking of Mario Sunshine, you've also got a bunch of those annoying cataquacks to deal with, which completely ruin your day if they happen to hit you. I also like how the track has a split road, which can grant you a shortcut or slow you down based on the water level. So even though this track is pretty basic when you look at it critically, it's still a good course overall. I'm also glad this course made a comeback in Mario Kart Wii, but I do slightly prefer the original over the Wii version. Number 5. Cheep Cheep Island. For a track on the Game Boy Advance, this course is surprisingly solid and memorable. The course has a very interesting track design with multiple branching parts, bridges to drive on, and the entire course is surrounded by water that will make Lakitu come and get you. I also like that there's a decent amount of obstacles in this track, like crabs, large patches of grass, and there's even some seagulls flying down to get in on the action. The best part about this track is how it looks. I love the sunset aesthetic this course was given, and the relaxing music, which is the same music in Shy Guy Beach, makes it even better. Overall, this is a great track for Mario Kart Super Circuit, and I genuinely think it's better than all the courses I've listed before this one. Number 4. Cheep Cheep Lagoon. This is another one of those tracks from Mario Kart 7 that isn't too memorable, but as a track itself, it's actually really good. This course goes for a more beach resort-like theme, as seen in the beginning of the track, and it works really well, especially with the relaxing resort-like music being played in the background. It may not be the most cool-looking visually, but I still think it looks fine. The track starts off on land, but then quickly goes into an underwater section with lots of bumps and clams. You then go into a giant cave that has both gliding and underwater driving, with crabs trying to get in your way, which is pretty cool. Like I said, this track isn't particularly memorable like some of the other tracks on this list, but I gave it the edge because of the track design, and it has a more lively feel to it, in my opinion. Number 3. Cheep Cheep Beach. Out of all the tracks from Mario Kart DS, this is definitely one of the more forgettable ones, but it's still really cool. You start off on these little beach houses and make your way onto a large beach. This beach has a bunch of stuff to keep you on your toes, like big palm trees, crabs walking around, and even a few cheap sheeps here and there. After you're done with that, you finish everything off with a tour through a little forest area and head back to the beach. While all of this is happening, you've got great music playing and a true sense of vacation. However, while this track was alright in Mario Kart DS, it only got better in Mario Kart 8 and 8 Deluxe. Not only was the whole course remade in HD, but the music was remixed a little too to make it even more relaxing. This is an awesome track, and probably the most beach-like track out of anything on this list. Number 2. Koopa Cape. I was debating on whether or not to put this on the list, but I decided, why not? Koopa Cape might just be my favorite track from Mario Kart Wii. You start off in a pretty regular mountain beach area, but then you're quickly headed down a river with the water speeding you up as you drive on it. After that, you head into a giant underwater tube that has more speeding water, along with rotating electric rods that will shrink you if you touch them. This entire track is super fun because of how creative and energetic it is. That energy is also reinforced by the music. While the other tracks on the list have peaceful music, this track has a very fast-paced music that sets the track's tone perfectly. This track did make a comeback in Mario Kart 7, which is pretty cool, but the Mario Kart Wii version is much better in every way. Number 1. Dolphin Shoals. Mario Kart 8 and 8 Deluxe are known for having some amazing tracks, but Dolphin Shoals is on a whole nother level. First of all, the course is just gorgeous in the visual department. Mario Kart truly did benefit from making the jump to HD, and it's glorious. You spend most of your time on this track in the water, but it doesn't feel clunky or annoying, which is appreciated. You do things like jump through rings with dolphins, trick off pipes blowing air, drive on a frickin' Unagi, and finish it off by driving on the side of a mountain by a rushing waterfall. And of course, the music is fantastic. It starts off as a pretty peaceful sounding music, like most of the tracks I've listed already, but when you leave the water and that sweet jazz hits you, it just feels so good. Dolphin Shoals is an incredible track and is easily the best beach-themed track in all of Mario Kart. And there you have it. Those are my picks for the best beach-themed tracks in Mario Kart. While the majority of the tracks on this list aren't as memorable as the other tracks within their respective games, some of them are truly spectacular and are highlights from their games, specifically Koopa Cape and Dolphin Shoals. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know down in the comments which one of these places you'd want to visit for a vacation. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Have a great day, stay safe out there, and I will see you in the next one.